Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are setting up my April currently page in my Classic Happy Planner. So I'm going to start by covering up the priorities and important. This seems to not want to, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna cover those up. And then I have the fan favorite sticker book here by Amber Plans Her Day because I had this idea. So I was actually really torn on this spread because I wanted to do a Go Wild theme since I'll be going to Texas for Go Wild. But I also wanted to do like a springtime floral theme. So I already did my April monthly. This is just not working. And I don't want my entire planner for the month of April to be Go Wild focused because I'll be gone Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, come home Sunday. I'll be gone 6 days of the month. That's 6 out of 30. That's not the entire month. And so, but I don't want to only decorate just for the week of Go Wild. So I'm trying to decide exactly how I want to do this, but there probably will be something else Go Wild themed this month for my planner, or for the month of April. So, okay, put the grass strips up there, which I thought would be really fun. And then I have these Proud sticker designs right on boxes and shapes, and I wanted to use these as kind of the boxes down here. However, I like to do currently, or not currently, but I like to put words up top. So I have a bunch of my Proud sticker designs stickers here. I think we'll do, some of these decisions I make before we start a video. Some of these decisions I do not make before I start a video, but I do have my Proud sticker designs words over here. So I've got a lot of these. I mentioned in a recent video that I haven't used them in a while because I didn't have them up in my office. I had them in my den. I've been trying to not have my office be an entire like planner warehouse. I really wanted less planner stuff in my office and reflections. Less planner stuff in my office and have my office be more of a workspace because it is. I work my full-time job in here, and it was starting to frustrate me a little bit having so many planner things in here. What I learned though is that if things aren't in here, I'm not using them. So I still really need to figure out what the best method for me is going to be of having that balance where my entire office isn't a planner room. So I don't really know yet. If only I had a third bedroom that I could make into my work office and then planner, but that's not working. That's not going to happen. So we're going to do focusing on over here and reflections over here. I like this this grid space for reflection. I feel like it's a nice space to do a little bit of journaling, and I've been journaling so much more lately. So having that space for my currently is really nice. Okay, this is just not it right now. All right, next up, I'm very all over the place. I want to cover up this April. I feel like I should have put the grass higher, but I feel like it's a little bit late for that. So we're gonna cover this up. This is likely the last time I can use this correction tape. I don't know what happened here, but hopefully this should cover it up a little bit. A, P, R, I, and L. I didn't get this fully centered. You can still see a little bit, but we can use my Uniball Signo to kind of cover that. Okay. Now I'll just trim off the top And we have April there. Now I want to also do the currently down here. So Currently. Actually, there are currently words, so I don't have to use up my beloved alphabet stickers. And Proud Sticker Designs, I'll link in the description. You can save using code Elise20 on your order. And we're gonna kind of layer the grass right there too. I'm also going to cover up the holidays down at the bottom. I have the holidays in my classic planner. I mean, there are more holidays than just these, but I don't need them in my currently page. I think that my needs for a currently page have changed a lot over the years, and now I've sort of figured out that sweet spot for me. And we'll put this strip right here. You can still see some of the wording underneath, but okay, we're just gonna leave it. This is not the channel where I strive for perfection. This is the channel where I strive for what works for me. Now let's move these aside. And I sort of had this idea about like a flower garden, but now I'm wondering if this is going to be better just using one type of flower versus multiple, because anytime I try to use multiple of something, I struggle a little bit. Like I'm not great at it. The other challenge here is going to be getting the words to layer properly the way that I want them to. So I'm trying to kind of visualize how this would look. Let's go low first. I know that these don't have stems, so they wouldn't necessarily be sitting right on the flowers, but we're gonna pretend. And then if I take a purple tulip, I don't know that I'm gonna have room. Maybe we just do 5. And we take this one and put this over here. I feel like it looks very plain. I almost feel like it might look better if I use the same flower. Like it looks a little bit random the way that it is now. So I want to try to change that up a little bit. So let's put this yellow. I'll take this peach. I feel like this is just a little bit more symmetrical, but now of course we need to move this too. Sometimes it's like the symmetry in my planner is what I look for. So we've got this one down. We need this one and this one. And let's get this. Okay. I feel like that looks better. I don't think those are perfectly centered, but they're close. So now we have some room for currently words. So some of the newest releases are in the news and trending. So I'm going to use those because I thought those would be fun, especially because they're new. So we're going to decide like where I want these to go, because no matter what, they're going to cover up parts of the flower. But if they're sort of the same like throughout, I think it'll work. And then I have listening to and saving for. Listening to, saving for. I've got a big decision to make in April, whether I want to buy my car or not. This is a decision that I thought I was set on and then changed my mind, and now I'm still going back and forth about it. We're gonna put this over here because it's big. I haven't quite made up my mind. I'm not necessarily looking for opinions because I've gone through like all the decision making. It's just a matter of what's going to be best for me. So I'll share with you in case you are in a similar boat or want to know why I'm going back and forth on it. Here are some of the things that are on my mind. And at the end of the day, I'll make whatever decision is right for me. I don't think there's a wrong one. So April 30th will be 3 years since I started leasing my car. I like leasing because pretty much most of what breaks is going to be under warranty. Not everything, but most basic things. And so I like the ability to have a new car every 3 years and have things still under warranty. However, I don't drive a lot. I work from home. So I've driven like about 15,000 miles since I leased the car, and that's so little in 3 years. And I'm just looking through this to decide what I want to do. So I have the money to buy the car outright. I'm not going to be financing it. I have the money to buy it. And I was originally thinking this is going to make the most sense because why would I continue to pay money monthly to lease it when I could buy it? But then I started thinking, well, that money, I'm trying to find something about like Go Wild, like planning or looking forward to, but I don't know if I have it. So I'm going to go a little bit slower. So then I started thinking, well, I could take that money and have it continue to earn interest in a high yield savings account or investments, which is what I have it in now, is a high yield savings account. I use Ally, and lease a different car because down the road, the car is going to cost more the longer I have it because that's just what happens. And while a car is an asset, it's not an asset like a house. It's a depreciating value. So I could continue to monthly, like to lease a car monthly because that's what I'm doing now. It doesn't break the budget. I pay what I consider a very low amount. Or I could take the money and buy it. So again, I don't really think that there's a wrong decision here for me. Another thing that my uncle had brought up, which I thought was a really good way to look at it, is he was like, how long do you think you'll have the car? Because then divide that by the monthly payments, and even though you're going to be paying it all together up front, that's technically what you'd be paying each month to keep the car. Hopefully that makes sense. So anyway, again, I will make the decision that's right for me. It's possible that I'm going to delay it because I know that I can extend the lease monthly if I want to, but I need to see if if there's like an extra fee to do that. So anyway, those are sort of some of the things that I'm going back and forth in my mind about. I guess we can do on my mind. No, I already did thinking about. Loving next month. I must just be missing some words here. So if you are in a similar boat, those are some of the things that I'm processing and I'm deciding. But I'm kind of leaning towards, I don't know. I almost said I'm leaning towards buying, but then as soon as I said that, I felt like my brain was like, no, don't buy. Lease a different car because then I can put some of the money that I'd use to buy it. Not only can it be earning interest, but I can put it towards paying more towards my principal or home renovations or things like that. So I recognize that I'm in a very good position, that I have the luxury to be able to decide what I want to do with money that I've worked really hard for and I've worked really hard to save. Because I haven't always been in that situation. If this were a few years ago, my decision would have been to lease a new car because I would not have had the money to pay for it, and I don't want to finance a car. But now my life is different. I'm working pretty much 2 full-time jobs, and I'm working really, really hard to save. And so I am grateful to be in the position that I'm in because I know that it's definitely a luxury to be able to make that decision. So that is where we are at. Oops. I thought that the bullets here would be nice for focusing on. And then I thought maybe I can even bring in a yellow box for reflections. I know that totally defeats the purpose of what I said with this being really nice, having the grid there, but I kind of wanted a little bit more of a pop here. So I'm going to put this down and give myself that room for reflections. Okay, I think we're finished. It's a simple one, but this layout of a currently page I think is pretty simple and I like it. It's making me excited, but I still need to figure out what I'm going to plan in my planner for Go Wild. So that'll happen maybe soon. Maybe it'll be like an extra page, a monthly goals, some sort of overview. I'm not entirely sure yet, but we are set here. So I'll link everything I used in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support and I will see you next time.